Hello, welcome back to the Togetherness-Fulfillment method and philosophy series for creating unshakable romantic relationships. In this episode, we will explore what togetherness-fulfillment is. Togetherness-fulfillment is the concept and experience that we are most passionate about, not only because it is a term that we coined and an experience that we defined, but also because we believe wholeheartedly that it is the ultimate experience and evolutionary course of humanity. So, let's get into the beauty of the miracle of life that togetherness-fulfillment is.
Togetherness-fulfillment is a state of being, a force of existence, a way of life, a philosophy, and a transcendent experience. Togetherness-fulfillment is what urges us to evolve spiritually, our innate inclination to find, evolve with, and unite with our fulfilled reflecting self. This is what we are all ultimately looking for in life as human beings, and this is what will help us build a better world of peace and understanding. Let's expand on this by exploring the definition that we have given to togetherness-fulfillment.
Togetherness-fulfillment is the highest spiritual state and evolutionary course of our existence, in which we unite with our fulfilled reflecting self, wholly and on every level: spiritual, mental, psychological, emotional, and physical, sexual, being completely spiritually naked in front of each other with awareness and experiencing true and unconditional love with constant individual and couple work and improvement.
Let's explore togetherness-fulfillment by analyzing briefly each phrase.
Togetherness-fulfillment is the highest spiritual state.
This means that it is a state of being that we can embody, and togetherness-fulfillment as a state of being encompasses many other powerful states of being we can embody, like love, growth, awareness, unity, and serenity. We can be togetherness-fulfillment itself in all our expressions in our romantic life. So, in everything we do and say in our relationship with our fulfilled reflecting self, we are love, we are unity, we are awareness, we are serenity, we are respect, we are understanding, we are fulfillment, we are togetherness. And here we understand even better that love and romantic relationships are not forms of transactions where we give and take so that we can meet our inferior needs. Love and romantic relationships, at least relationships of togetherness fulfillment, are about being and embodying our positive states. So, we don't need to give anything, and especially, we are in no need to take anything back because we just are. We are the purest manifestation of love. We are the purest manifestation of peace. And so this is what we express in our romantic life, and this is what our fulfilled reflecting self expresses too. So we both experience this love and peace because both of us embody our positive states of being and shine our light on each other. Togetherness-fulfillment is also a spiritual state because it is primarily about our spiritual elements, such as who we are and what we value the most, and the inseparable unity of our spiritual elements with the spiritual elements of our fulfilled reflecting self. It is the highest state of being that we can experience in life because it surpasses individual fulfillment, as it requires the attainment of the tremendously powerful unity with our fulfilled reflecting self, which is the most difficult but at the same time the most beautiful endeavor of life.
And evolutionary course of our existence.
Togetherness-fulfillment is a permanent state of unity and love that never ends, a continuous experience of fulfillment And once we experience togetherness-fulfillment in our relationship, it means that we will experience it forever. But this doesn't mean that as a couple we cannot grow even more. Togetherness-fulfillment is not a goal that we achieve and then move on to another goal. Togetherness-fulfillment is a constant evolutionary process where, as a couple, we continue to improve every single day. It is our way of life. Besides an evolutionary process for the couple, togetherness-fulfillment is also a way for humanity to evolve. That's because when we experience togetherness-fulfillment, we are free from limiting and enslaving beliefs about seeking recognition, being competitive, comparing ourselves to others, and any kind of insecurity-based lifestyle. We accept people for who they are without wanting to impose our views on them, and thus we create healthy social relationships free from inferior needs. Couples who experience togetherness-fulfillment can raise healthy children who will learn about togetherness-fulfillment and embody this in their lives in adulthood. This way, healthy societies are created and a better world is built.
In which we unite with our fulfilled reflecting self, wholly and on every level: spiritual, mental, psychological, emotional and physical, sexual.
This means that we unite with our fulfilled reflecting self on a spiritual level, uniting who we are, what we value the most, our principles, and the purpose of our existence. We unite on a mental level, and this way we understand completely each other's way of thinking and the reasons why we behave the way we behave. We set common goals and do our best to achieve them together, having the same mindset. We unite on a psychological emotional level, meaning that we understand each other's emotions and needs like we understand our own. We unite our feminine and masculine elements in a way that helps us understand the deepest depths of each other's existence and create the healthiest behaviors and interactions. We unite on a physical sexual level by having a physical unity that is at the same time spiritual, mental, and emotional, unlike any meaningless sexual interaction that someone can have with any random person. Togetherness-fulfillment is a driving force of love and unity that drives us to love and unity.
Being completely spiritually naked in front of each other with awareness.
This phrase reinforces the previous one, showing that we can unite on every level of our existence only with our fulfilled reflecting self. This happens with the immense power of complete spiritual nakedness between the couple, which is the most important element of the miracle that is togetherness-fulfillment. Complete spiritual nakedness is one of the most important elements that make the relationship of togetherness-fulfillment so divine, unshakable, and unique, because it goes beyond any connection we can have with professionals such as coaches and people like close friends and family members, where we can be open about some things and feel understood and valued in our conversations and interactions. These are beautiful relationships, but they have many limits and cannot come even close to the power of togetherness-fulfillment and complete spiritual nakedness. Complete spiritual nakedness is about the raw truth, pure honesty, authenticity, and the revelation of every element of our spirit, mind, soul, and body, and all our dark and negative elements to our fulfilled reflecting self. It is a transcendent experience and a divine way to unite as one. It is about revealing everything to our fulfilled reflecting self. And by everything, we mean
everything that has to do with ourselves, our partner, other people we know, the past, the present, the future, memories, old secrets, possible lies, any concealment of the truth, positive, negative, neutral, strange, sad, distressing, hopeless, uncomfortable, frustrating, and any other kind of experience. Thoughts, feelings, moods, knowledge, worries, concerns, sorrows, problems, obstacles, crises, difficulties, inconveniences, discomforts, dissatisfactions, embarrassments, upsets, guilt, blurriness, desires, passions, pleasures, idiosyncrasies, whims, strengths, weaknesses, frailties, mistakes, faults, flaws, vulnerabilities, victories, defeats, recklessness, follies, foolishness, regrets, sick and violent instincts, cruelties, tensions, conflicts, internal and with other people, injustices, enmities, hostilities, vices, dislikes, aversions, unfulfilled desires, sexual desires, lusts, urges, fantasies, perversions, paranoia, stupidities, pettiness, arrogance, self-degradation, craziness, enthusiasm, quests, embarrassing incidents, humiliations, jealousies, insecurities, anxieties, fears, phobias, hesitations, doubts, uncertainties, challenges, oppressions, sufferings, and pains of all kinds, traumas, way of thinking, perspectives, ambitions, ideas, possibilities, dreams, goals, aims, and anything else you can think of, as well as every aspect of all the self-awareness cultivating models, and everything else we have already explored and will explore in this series that constitutes a summary of the Togetherness-Fulfillment method.
This revelation is on a daily basis without any exception or excuse between the couple, and all of it is revealed in detail and depth in every situation, no matter the circumstances, no matter how difficult it may be or seem. Complete spiritual nakedness is magnificent and extremely rare because the strength it requires to cultivate it in a couple is extremely rare. Through complete spiritual nakedness, we constantly develop our romantic relationship awareness as a couple and apply what we discover from our revelations and spiritual conversations to each other. This way, we improve daily and become one and the same, uniting on every level of our existence.
And experiencing true and unconditional love.
Love is practical, daily, continuous, growing, evolving, unconditional, and everlasting, and it manifests in all the beautiful ways that we explored in the episode about what love is. As a couple, we do not misinterpret love, but fully understand it, honor it, and experience it purely and completely, without illusions or dependency. Togetherness-Fulfillment is essentially the greatest and strongest expression of true and unconditional love in a romantic relationship.
With constant individual and couple work and improvement.
As we explained in the phrase, "and the evolutionary course of our existence," as a couple we never stop evolving together. We don't just stay in theory by having only conversations, but we take action to improve based on what we learn about each other and our relationship through our complete spiritual nakedness. So, now that we have explored the definition of togetherness-fulfillment, you can see that as a couple who experience togetherness-fulfillment, we have no inner voids to fill, no inferior needs, no dependencies, nothing to prove to anyone, and we live our life free of society's superficial beliefs. We are both fulfilled and independent, responsible, mature, strong, and ever-improving, imperfect adults who choose to unite our paths because we are guided by our boundless love, and we don't just unite our paths, but we become each other's pure reflection. The reflection of the same qualities, values, wants, principles, the purpose of our existence, the same and opposite feminine and masculine elements, and all the ways in which we operate. Together, we are inseparable and grow tremendously. We achieve the impossible, and we are not just a great team as a couple. We are united as one spirit, one mind, one soul, and spiritually unite our bodies, becoming an unstoppable force of love. Every second, every minute, and every day, we become stronger together. Our life work is to help each other be healthy, free, content, and fulfilled, and we truly experience this peace, freedom, and serenity together. We are unshakable. Therefore, togetherness-fulfillment is not just something we feel like our fleeting emotions. It is a way of life, a permanent state of being, an experience. And to experience means that we are love and unity. Think with love and unity, feel with love and unity, and act with love and unity. Experiencing togetherness-fulfillment involves everything: positive states of being, thoughts, actions, emotions, choices, commitment to improvement, connection, unity, faith, and complete spiritual nakedness. So, in life, don't seek fleeting emotions just to feel good sometimes, but lasting experiences such as togetherness-fulfillment.
So, this is a brief explanation of the togetherness-fulfillment definition and philosophy. Now it is time for self-reflection. Write down your answers and be honest. If you are single, answer the following questions. Now that you know what togetherness-fulfillment is, what are the biggest lessons that you take from this way of life and experience? How can you use these lessons to grow spiritually? If you are a couple, answer the following questions. Now that you know what togetherness-fulfillment is, do you believe that you experience it? If not, why? What can you do to experience togetherness-fulfillment? If yes, how exactly? What do you think, feel, do, say, and experience as a couple? Are you completely spiritually naked in front of each other? Do you profoundly understand each other spiritually, mentally, and emotionally? What benefits do you see from being completely spiritually naked? If you are not completely spiritually naked in your relationship, what holds you back? What can you do to overcome this? How can you embody the state of being of togetherness-fulfillment? How can you embody all the other states of being that togetherness-fulfillment encompasses, such as love, growth, awareness, unity, and serenity? What will you do from now on as a couple on a day-to-day basis to constantly evolve your experience of togetherness-fulfillment? Discuss your answers with your partner. Find your similarities and differences, and start a meaningful conversation. Listen to each other with respect, understanding, and undivided attention. Discuss what you have learned from this introspection and your discussion. Write down these lessons and what you will start doing from now on to improve your behaviors and your romantic relationship. Identify the qualities and strengths you have that will help you overcome any difficulty you might face. Clarify the motivators and reasons that will help you stay accountable, take action to change, and stick to your improvement. Find ways that you can make this evolutionary process fun and enjoyable so you can smile and laugh more with your life partner. Understand each other deeply and unite as one, guided by the miracle of togetherness-fulfillment.